Hi, I would like to tell you about studio connections. Imagine this, you're a music producer, you have a lot of different types of gear in your studio. What you have to do normally is you have to save all these different kind of setups and use a separate sequencer. Well, those days are over. What can I tell you about studio connections? It's a sort of total recall for all these pieces of hardware from within your Cubase. Actually, this is an initiative between Yamaha and Steinberg, and it says what we want to do is we just want to be able to open up a Cubase song and immediately set up all your hardware in exactly the right setting. It's like a total recall. Remember, you have a piece of gear, you save all your settings, 1 month later you continue on the project and you recall exactly the same setting. Well, this is the same but better, because it's not about one piece of gear, it's about a lot of pieces of gear. I'm going to show you by opening up a Cubase song, just like that. Please take it with me and look at ONX. It immediately will start configuring the ONX. It will configure my O1V96 and even my Motif workstation. There it is. Cubase SX3 is starting up right now as we speak, and as soon as it does, it wants me to configure the whole thing. It is initializing now, which is always nice. I push a few times OK, that's always good. Immediately you can tell that the faders from my ONX already know what the situation is. I just push OK, and from that moment on he starts synchronizing my hardware, as you can see on the O1V96. There it goes. Now the settings are complete and I can immediately start working on my music project. I only have to concentrate on my music. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the main screen, just like that, hoppata, and I push the play button. There we go. As we all know, ONX is a great remote control for Cubase or Logic or whatever. I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to go to the mixer, and right here I have all my faders, and I can immediately control it just like that. And that's a lot of fun. But it can also be the other way around. I can say, for example, I want to be able to control all my settings from ONX or O1V or Motif from within Cubase. Is that possible? Yes, I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to Devices right now, right here, Studio Manager. I have the icons of all the gear right there. If I say I want to be able to control O1V, I need the editor for the O1V96. I just double click on it and immediately the Studio Manager appears. And as you can see, if I see the faders right here, they immediately synchronize with my real faders. I save everything inside Cubase. The complete setting is fixed. That's what makes life very, very nice. Not only O1V, but I can also say I want to be able to control the ONX just like that. Is that possible? Sure, that is possible. I go back to the main screen where I can select my ONX. I double click on it. I get my Studio Manager again. From that moment on, I completely control ONX and all the settings. So I did it the other way around. I controlled the mixer from Cubase, and now I turn it around. I control ONX from within the song. It goes on and on like this. I'm going to close it up and I say, wait a minute, I added a Motif ES workstation. What if I want to control the Motif ES workstation? Exactly in the same way. Like I control a VST plugin. I open up the VST plugin. This is almost the same thing. I go to File, I go to Setup, and I ask for the Motif ES multi-part editor. I drag it to the other side, I apply, and I push OK. And as soon as I do that, I go back to the Studio Manager and the Motif ES icon appears right there. And as soon as I double click it, you will see the Motif multi-editor. Let's take a look. I'm gonna double click it. Oh, there it is, the Motif ES multi-editor. Of course, I'm going to push the play button again. There it is. The music starts. I can select all my voices here, all the parameters I can access, and of course, I can do some mixing. Let's add some drums, and let's add some guitars. Just like that, everything controllable from the multi-ES editor. A great new feature from Cubase SX3 is the fact that you have external effects routing now. That means you can actually route to external effects and back and control them completely from within your Cubase. For example, Yamaha SPX 2000, a fantastic effect processor. I can just recall here my editor for that. As you can see it right there, it is. I can control it just like that, all in real time, as you can see, and it looks great. And immediately I can save it up. I can send all the data to the SPX 2000 and everything will be again saved within Cubase SX. Not only this, but I can also say, what if I want to use the DSP power of my ONX? Is that possible? Sure, it's possible. The ONX has great reverbs, great effect blocks, dynamics on every channel, and now we have the possibility to control it completely from within Cubase. I'm going to open up the Studio Manager for ONX, just like that. And actually what I want to do now is I want to edit some parameters on the compressor. I ask for the selected channel. This is my compressor. I can start editing here and in real time it changes in ONX, as you can see right there on the display of my ONX. So what do we know now? Well, thanks to Studio Connections, we don't have to save our settings in all these separate machines anymore. You can save all these settings just with one click inside your Cubase SX. And if you recall it, all this hardware will be recalled as well. It's going to make your life much easier. You can completely concentrate on your music. And if you want to know more about this, you just go to the internet, studioconnections.org, which is ORG. You can have all the frequently asked questions there, and you can download all this great software to have even more fun. Thanks and have fun.